Yesterday, a federal grand jury sitting in Nashville returned a 14-count indictment charging Rutherford County Sheriff Robert Arnold, Chief Administrative Deputy Joe L. Russell, and Sheriff Arnold's uncle, John Vanderveer of Marietta, Georgia, with various crimes relating to their role in the formation, marketing, and operation of JailCigs LLC, and the concealment and misrepresentation of Sheriff Arnold's role in that business. The indictment charges each defendant with honest services fraud, wire fraud, mail fraud, bribery, extortion, obstruction of justice, and conspiracy. You'll note that the indictment lays out the entire scheme, including attempts to mislead, misrepresent, and conceal the involvement of Sheriff Arnold in the business, which itself included attempts to mislead Rutherford County officials, including the county attorney and the county auditor. As you review the indictment, you'll also find that the indictment alleges that each defendant profited financially from this scheme. Sheriff Arnold and each of the other defendants received tens of thousands of dollars from JailCigs during the period charged in the indictment. For example, the indictment specifically alleges that in June and July of 2014, when he was running for re-election as sheriff, Sheriff Arnold received 4 checks totaling over $22,000. 3 of those checks were later deposited into the bank account for Arnold for Rutherford County Sheriff. The indictment also alleges that several people raised questions and concerns about the propriety of the relationship between JailCigs and Rutherford County. When questioned, Arnold and Russell repeatedly made misrepresentations about the arrangement, stating that it had been approved by various officials, including the county attorney and the county auditor. They also repeatedly denied that they were personally involved with JailCigs or that they benefited personally from the sale of its product. In an effort to protect their ongoing business and scheme, Arnold subsequently made several false and misleading statements to the media, including, I believe, to some of you here today. Among those statements, Arnold stated that he was unaware that Russell was involved with JailCigs and stated he was, quote, shocked and taken aback by the discovery. You will see that the indictment contains allegations to the contrary. Arnold also told the media that he had not received any money from JailCigs and that he had in fact made a mistake when he listed JailCigs as a source of income on his Statement of Disclosure of Interests, a form filed with the Tennessee Ethics Commission. The indictment alleges that the day before this statement was made, Arnold had in fact deposited a check for $3,900 from JailCigs into his own bank account. Finally, the indictment alleges that on April 17th of 2015, after several media reports about the scheme had appeared and law enforcement had begun investigating the case, John Vanderveer, Sheriff Arnold's uncle, met with the Tennessee sales representative for JailCigs, and he told her that Joe wanted her to destroy her commission tabulation sheets and to do so there would not be a record of commission payments from Rutherford County going to, and I quote, Robert or any of us. Now, that's pretty much a summary of the allegations in the indictment. As I mentioned before, the indictment has a much more detailed and thorough description of the crimes charged here. I'd also like to add at this point that these are only allegations at this point. The defendants remain presumed innocent, and the burden is on the government to prove those charges beyond a reasonable doubt. We stand ready to do just that.